Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Today we're working on my 1995 F150 four-wheel drive. This truck has kind of gotten rusty and crusty. And what we're going to be doing today is this frame mount that is actually riveted onto the frame in 4 spots here from the factory. As you can see right here, it has a big rust hole in it. And then the shackle is also heavily rusted. Let me go over to the other side. Same way over here, but see, this one doesn't have the big hole in it. And there's the shackle, and it's very heavily rusted. And the frame, is beginning to get rusted. This truck here is a 95, and down here in Virginia, we had a big blizzard in 96, where we got like 3 feet of snow, then another 3 feet of snow, and it was just terrible. And we drove this truck all winter long, and they salted the hell out of the roads. And this truck was supposed to be undercoated when I bought the truck, but it was not undercoated. They basically ripped me off. So this is what happens. And then from the spray from the tires, taking sprays all back here and got all this stuff rusted. If you notice up here, there's still a little bit of paint on the frame, but as you get further back, it's gotten rusty and crusty. And then also too, up in front of the rear wheel is a little rusty. This one still looks okay. It's still nice and strong. And on these trucks here, where these trucks tend to break is right here. This one's got a 6-cylinder in it. These trucks tend to break right here because of the heat cooks the frame here. Well, I've already gotten in here and beat on the frame and got all the rust out, and then I painted it, and that has actually helped a lot. We're also going to be probably paint a little bit of the frame today. So let's go over here and we'll show you the parts. I'm using the Moog parts, and there's the part number, a K150410. I got 2 of them, 1 for each side. And what it comes with a new shackle, new bolts, and then here's the frame piece that has new nuts and bolts, which are hopefully high grade. There's a grinder. We're gonna do it 2 ways. We're gonna start with the grinder and see if we can get in there with the grinder. And also too, I also have an air hammer. So what we're gonna do first, we're gonna get the jiggle jack underneath to support the rear end. And then we're gonna get up in here and get the nut and bolt off here and the nut and bolt off here. If we can't, we're just gonna cut it. Hopefully this will come loose. That's what I'm worried about. And then we'll get the air hammer in here and try to knock the rivets off. If that doesn't work, then we'll go for the grinder. Another thing too, this car's got the spare tire underneath, and it's got a gas tank above the spare tire. The gas tank is in good shape. It doesn't leak, to my knowledge. Everything looks good underneath here, so I don't think we have to worry about it. I don't smell any gas leaking. You want to be careful when I don't want to really torch him because the gas tank is right there. All right, well, let me get some stuff taken apart, and I'll come back. All right, so we went ahead and put a jiggle jack underneath the rear end because we're going to be lifting and lowering the rear end because this bolt comes in backwards. So we're probably going to have to lower the rear end down or raise the rear end to get that bolt in and out. So this bolt here, actually, unbelievably, we put the wrench on and it's actually, as you hear, actually moving, which is good. And we're going to have, there we go. We're going to see if we can get this one. This is the more important one. Let's see, is there room? There might be room in here for the impact gun. I was actually winding up the spring. So I'm just losing all my torque, and then these trucks don't fit very well on these racks. So let's see if I can get in here, and let's see if we can get this loose. All right, that's excellent. The bolt that's in here is spinning, so it's not seized in the bushing. What a lot of times happens, see, they came with a new bushing. Let me get the bushing out. So this is the bushing that's in the leaf spring. So what a lot of times happens is this bolt will seize up in that bushing, and then you have to cut the bolt off. Luckily, that did not happen on this one. So now what we have to do is get back in here with the wrench on the other side, and we'll get that nut off, and we'll go and get the nut off on the other side, and then we'll get this spring up out of the way so we can start cutting the rivets to get the mount out. All right, this bolt came right out, so we got this bolt out. So now basically the spring is disconnected from the truck. This bolt is still in because the frame is in the way. I think what we're gonna do now, we have the jiggle jack underneath here. We're gonna go ahead and lift the jiggle jack up, and that should lift the shackle out of its saddle. I guess you could actually call this a saddle. This is the shackle and that's the saddle. Let me get a pry bar and we'll see if we can get that one pried up out of there. There it goes. All right, it's up, it's out. I'm so lucky that the bolts weren't seized in. Now, like I said, this bolt here is trapped in the frame and won't come out. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna cheat on this one, and we're just gonna go ahead now and I'm gonna lift up the rear end because the spring is no longer doing anything. I'm just gonna lift up on the rear end a little bit so I can get in here and cut the rivets off. And once I cut the rivets off, I'll drop the spring down to here to push the bolt down. All right, so let me start cutting some, let me get set up to cut the rivets, put my hearing protectors on, and we'll come back. Alrighty, we're gonna try with the air hammer first. So what I did with the air hammer is I sharpened it so it will push the rivet toward the outside as it cuts. So we have our hearing protectors on, and Russ is gonna be flying, so I have my glasses on. So I got the cameraman here. He's gonna hold the camera, and let's see if we can get these rivets cut off easy. Yep, see all the rust flying? All right, there's one of the rivets gone. And as you can see, take a look at how rusty this poor truck is. I really feel bad about it. But like I said, it was supposed to be undercoated when I bought it from the dealer, and they didn't undercoat it. All it had was the factory undercoating on it, and I really feel like I got taken for a ride. But it's too late now to even worry about that. All right, I'm not going to film me cutting off the other rivets, so let me get the other 3 rivets cut, and I'll come back. Okay, we got all 4 of the rivets cut off, so now we're going to take the air hammer and put it in here. All right, stop. Now do the other side. All right, and that should pretty much fall out, and there it is. And as you can see, the big rust hole here, it was super thin here. This thing was getting ready to fail. So luckily, you can see the new one compared to the old one. So, it does have a hole in here to let the water drain out, but the dirt, gravel, road grime gets caught up in here and then holds water, and that's what makes those things rust out. So now that we got that off, we'll take and change the air hammer bit, or maybe just use a hammer and beat these out. And now that we've got that out of the way, we'll lower the jiggle jack down, and hopefully this will come down low enough to where we can slide the bolt out. So we'll come back when we get next section done. So now we lowered the jiggle jack down, and now this is low enough to where I can pull this down and get the bolt out, and off comes the shackle. So since I still have you all here and everything, I did get a new bushing for this leaf spring, and I don't know, I should probably put it in, but that's going to be a fight to get that in and out. And the bushing still is intact. I think I'm just going to leave well enough alone. I don't know how much longer this truck's going to last, so I will save this for, I'll save that bushing for what I really need to replace. That bushing looks good. So we'll go ahead and we'll put the new shackle with the new bolt in. Go ahead and give that a couple turns. So let me double check and make sure. And of course, I put it in backwards. I put it in backwards. It's supposed to go the other way. That's why you only take things apart one side at a time. So you can always look at the other side and see what's going on. So that goes like that, because if you look where that shackle is, then you can come over to the other side and you can see that the opening, it comes off the spring and down, that's open, off the spring down, and it's open. So that's the way it goes. So also, while we had this apart, we went ahead and got some Rust-Oleum 777, and we're going to get up here and put a coat of paint on this also. Alrighty, we got a coat of paint on it, as you can see. So now we're going to go ahead and scrape the rest of this frame down later, and we'll go ahead and start painting it with that. What I like using is this Rust-Oleum satin. It's number 7777 black. It's satin. It almost matches perfectly to underneath the hood satin that all the 60s and 70s cars were painted underneath the hood. And this is still, I do believe, oil-based, and it sticks to everything. I love this stuff. It works really well. Highly recommend that. So now we need to get this back up in here. Out, and we're going to have to raise the rear end back up. That's in the right position. That looks pretty good, I guess. Let's flip that up. And the new brackets just bolt in place. So there's one. Alrighty, so basically there's an overview on how you do it. We're going to put the nuts and the bolts back in all four corners, tighten them up, and then we're going to lift the jiggle jack up to get the shackle back in to its saddle, and then this side will be done, and then we'll do the other side. This should be the same from 1981 all the way to 1995 square body trucks. They also did make some square body trucks like this one in 96, but the cutoff date was supposed to be 95. So anywhere from 1981 to 1995, this is what you have in the back that does rust out. It looks like also too that this front one is beginning to rust out too. I don't know if they make a repair kit for these or not, but if they do, I'll make another video when I get time to change that. All right, everybody. Well, I think I'm going to cut this one off here. This video's probably gotten too long already. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and we'll catch y'all later. Thank you. All right, here's bonus footage. All right, we got all the bolts tightened up. We were able to get in the backside with a ratchet and a socket and also a wrench to get that tightened up. So we have the bolts for the leaf spring in but loose, and we have the bolt for the shackle in, but it's loose, because these two bolts, we're going to have to wait until we set the weight of the vehicle back on and then tighten them up. Because if you tighten them up now, this is going to be in a different position when it's on the ground, so you don't want to tear up the bushings. And since I didn't change this older bushing, I don't want to put any more stress on it than normal, but that bushing was in great shape. I don't feel bad about not changing it all. So there's your bonus footage, everybody. Alrighty, we'll catch you later.